I've been thinking of doing this for quite a long time now, several months at least, and just decided to go ahead and start it today. It is January, I think, 20th right now of 2022. I will not be editing these videos at all. I'll simply be uploading them whenever I stop for a long enough period to start the upload process. And I'm going to be starting this off calling this Real Talk. Alright, so I don't have a script, obviously. I'm driving an 18-wheeler right now, so I guess Real Talk from a trucker. Now the first thing I want to really bring to people's attention is the way other drivers are on the road around truck drivers, and even other truck drivers themselves, the way they sometimes just don't pay any attention. They're constantly speeding, tailgating, being stupid on the road. Those are not truck driving. Those are not truck drivers right there. Those are steering wheel holders. I don't do any of that. I keep my speed within 5 miles per hour of the speed limit. I don't tailgate. I don't switch lanes without using a signal. I don't do any of that stupid crap that you're not supposed to do. Now, I want to point out the vast majority of people just driving a regular car, you guys have no damn idea what it's like to be out here on these roads driving a vehicle that can be upwards to 80,000 pounds. It's not easy for us to come to a stop. We do not slow down easily or quickly. And when you guys jump in front of us and start slamming on your brakes, maybe you don't realize, but pretty much all semi-trucks these days are built in with cameras. I have a camera that watches in front of my truck, and I have a camera that watches me in my driver's seat. I also have cameras on underneath each of my side mirrors. Anything that you do to force an accident with the truck driver is going to be caught on camera. You're not getting a payout for it. If you don't like truck drivers, then stop going to Walmart or Sam's Club or Costco or Winco or any other big name store. Do not buy groceries from them. Do not buy toys for your kids from them. Do not buy pet food from them. Because guess what? It all got there thanks to people like myself who sacrifice having any kind of a social life or a comfortable life at home to be out here on the road and deliver your products to the stores that you use. And yes, I've delivered for Walmart. I regularly deliver for Walmart. I may not take stuff directly to their stores myself, but I take product to a distribution center where it is then sent out on other trucks to the stores local to you. If it were not for truck drivers, you would have to grow your own crops, raise your own livestock, slaughter your own livestock, harvest your own crops, prepare everything yourself. I don't think anybody wants to do that. Well, most people don't anyways. Sure, there are some people who do that, and all the more power to them. But even they buy stuff from big stores. Your milk, yeah, that's thanks to truck drivers that you get that. Unless you live right close to a dairy farm that sells their own product locally. Pretty much anything that you order online, it's delivered by truck drivers. Sure, truck drivers aren't taking it directly to your house, but before the people who do take it to your house get it, it has to go on a semi-truck for the most part. I deliver a lot of FedEx loads. I'm not on a FedEx load right now, but I deliver a lot of FedEx loads. And if you order from FedEx, if you get anything delivered by FedEx, then the vast majority of the time, I'd say 99.99999% of everything you order that's delivered through FedEx was on a semi-truck in a 53-foot trailer or in a pup trailer, which is a much smaller version for doubles and triples. Another thing, passing semi-trucks on the right. We have a lot more blind spots than you do. A lot more. And our right side is called our blind side for a reason. That is where most of our blind spots are. If you get up in one of those blind spots and you sit there where we cannot see you, because some drivers, unlike myself, are sitting all the way down, don't have their seats raised up at all, which is stupid, but that's neither here nor there. If they can't see you, you very well may die. Honestly, getting hit by a semi-truck on an interstate highway is a quick way to sign away your life, your right to live. When you pass us on the right, some drivers, like I said, don't pay attention at all. They don't look in their mirrors, they don't check their blind spots, they don't check anything, they don't signal. You have no warning whatsoever. You're still not going to get a payout, because even if it's caught on camera, you're most likely going to be dead. I'm saying this out of concern for all of you out there. We do a very hard job. Whether we have no endorsements at all and just drive a dry van and regular freight, or we have endorsements for doubles and triples or hazmat, or driving a flatbed, oversized loads. I've been around the trucking industry my entire life. I grew up with a dad that has 5 decades of experience now as an oversized load truck driver. He does mobile homes. He's still working. And it's not an easy job. We need you to be respectful of us and our space. Do not test us. A lot of truck drivers like myself do not like people to begin with. I personally don't like people. I want to like people, but there's too much negativity and backstabbing done by humans, so I don't like them. Too many lies, too much deceit, and it's not something that I'm interested in dealing with, so I do my best to stay away from most people in general. And there are a few exceptions, of course, that I will talk to and that I enjoy spending time with, but they're very, very few. The way I see it, everybody needs to learn how to drive better. Because if you don't drive better and more safely around us, chances are your life will be ended. This is not a threat. This is a caution, a warning. I'm personally do my best to make sure that I don't come anywhere near to hitting anybody. I keep safe distances. I try to keep a cushion of space in front of me. But when you regular car drivers decide to play stupid games with truck drivers like myself, then you're going to win a stupid prize. When you jump in front of us and start slamming on your brakes, forcing us to slow down to your speed, maybe you don't realize, but a lot of drivers are on most drivers in fact, most truck drivers are on a very, very strict time schedule. We have a certain window to get where we need to go. And if we do not get there because of whatever reason, short of a severe accident or a medical emergency that caught, like a heart attack or a stroke or something like that, or the truck breaking down, if you're just slowing us down, we're not getting paid for that. We're not getting paid to be late. And if we're late, a lot of times, some places, we will have to sit for 24 hours or more with no pay. That is not acceptable to us. So we need you, all of you regular car drivers out there, please be respectful to the truck drivers. It's not an easy job. This is a career. It takes training to be a truck driver. And every truck driver out here has a Class A CDL. We are authorized to drive these vehicles by the federal government. Sure, the training isn't as long as it was many years ago, but it still requires certification. It requires passing a test, both written, multiple choice, not written, but multiple choice, skills test for backing, maneuvers, and of course a drive test, where even if one tire during that drive test touches a curb, you fail. Instantly, that's a fail. Sure, you could try again later, but it's still a fail. I did not fail my first test. I passed my first shot and got my Class A CDL my first time taking the CDL test. And that is something that not everybody can do. I paid attention, I practiced hard, and I worked at it. I was determined to do it. And everyone may think that, you know, I came into this career because it's what I wanted to do. It's not. It is nowhere near what I really want to do with my life. But I do it. It's a sacrifice that I make because it's good money. So I make a lot of sacrifices to make the money I make being an over-the-road truck driver. Just like every other driver out here sacrifices home time, family time, comforts. You know, we don't have a bathroom in our trucks unless we're owner-operators and get a super sleeper, which are extended length cabs with a full working shower and toilet and stove and oven and everything in it. We don't have all that for the most part. Most of us don't have that. A lot of us are company drivers. We don't get any of the extra luxuries of owner-operators because we don't want to be owner-operators. I tried that route. It is not an easy route to go. I did 3 weeks of being a lease purchase driver with one of the worst companies I've ever had the displeasure of working with, Western Express. If anybody out there watches this and is interested in becoming a truck driver, do not go with Western. They will lie to you, lie about you, steal from you, literally. They are garbage. They will treat you like garbage. Also, don't go with K&B transport. They'll steal from you as well. Steal your sign-on bonus. Of course, you'd have to have 6 months experience to sign with them in the first place, but either way, both of those companies, you never want to trust. Now, I'm not saying mess with their drivers. The drivers have absolutely no bearing on how the company operates. Don't be disrespectful to the drivers. They're just doing a job. And maybe those companies are good to those particular drivers. They were not good to me. And the vast majority of people I've talked to or heard from about those companies were treated very poorly by them. Now, all we ask for is some respect, some courtesy, and some common sense. I mean, most of what I see out on these roads where people are doing stupid things, it's common sense. Don't tailgate. Plain and simple. Don't tailgate truck drivers either. Oh, especially not us. We cannot see you behind our trailer. We do not have a camera back there. If you're tailgating us and a deer runs out in the road, I can tell you right now, any large animal that comes out in the road in front of us, deer, elk, moose, cows, anything large like those, we are told to slam our brakes and come to a stop as quickly as possible without crashing and without hitting that animal. You know why? Especially with deer in this case, if we hit a deer, there's a chance that that deer will fly up over our hood, through our windshield, and still be alive, just stunned, inside our cab with us. Going anywhere from 50 to 70 miles per hour, some of us even higher than that. And that once that deer shakes off its stun and wakes up, it's going to be kicking. It's going to kill that driver, and we're going to crash. Now, if you're right up on our ass, when we have to come to that sudden stop because of a deer, or an elk, or moose, or horse, or cow, or any other large animal like that, you're going to be dead. I've seen the evidence of what happens when somebody slams into the rear end of a semi-truck trailer at high speeds. It is not pretty. I've seen the entire front end up to the halfway point of a car slammed up underneath a trailer. No survivors in that car. And you know what the truck drivers feel? Not much. We will not feel much from that. We will hardly even notice that somebody hit us, except for from the sounds. We won't feel it, because our vehicles are so big and so heavy, there's not really much we can feel. Anyways, I'll be uploading this video here in a little bit. I can't promise daily uploads because sometimes, like I said, I do FedEx runs, and most of those are overnight. There's no lighting, so it'd be pure voice, and I don't really care to do all that. I also have to pay much more attention during nighttime. Anyways, this has been Real Talk by a Trucker, and I hope people like this.